a healthy Lake Winnipeg translates into, a better sustainable life for fishermen. Like different things like that. And we were at a forum just the other day, and that forum had people who were experts in engineering and who worked for like the International Institute for Sustainable Development, and they were talking about different research that we're doing about harvesting phosphorus. And phosphorus was one of the main contributors to green algae in Lake Winnipeg. And the harvesting of that phosphorus would create another industry or another kind of economic link for farmers to provide nutrients on their land, and at the same time it would clean up the green algae within the lake. And there were a lot of other factors, but I thought it was a solution that was being offered that could perhaps create more sustainable viability for that lake, sustainable for not only the species and the ecology that depends on the lake, but also for fishermen. And I think it's important and in the interest of all of us that the lake is maintained. And so that was a great example, I think, of what we need to be doing in a lot of the different areas in our communities. We can come up here and we can say that Indigenous peoples, my people have always been stewards of the land, protectors of the land, without reflecting on the fact that there's probably not a recycling policy on any community. At least I haven't seen it, or it hasn't been marketed in a way for me to see it. I'm not saying that it's not there. I'm just saying that if we're going to go around saying these kinds of things, we have to ensure that it's happening. And I'm not pointing the finger at anybody. I'm just saying that I think it's time for myself and others to really start to ensure that it is a priority. And I take my son to the Ojibwe language class as much as I can. In Portia Prairie, we started our own. We just kind of came together. We paid $35 an hour to an Ojibwe trainer, Ojibwe language trainer, and she just came to the center, the Friendship Center in Portage, and started teaching us Ojibwe because we thought it was a priority. We felt like we needed to regain that. And so it was an example of us just doing it on our own and not worrying about the agenda of anybody else, because it's a priority for us. And I think that kind of action, the work that Michael does as well, with end violence in the North End, those types of actions are important. Those are all part of what Idle No More is trying to do, has been doing prior to the catchphrase Idle No More ever coming to existence. And so I think that's what we're doing, that's what I'm doing, and that's the message I want to get out there. And I'll continue to put that message out there. I'll continue to research as much as I can to try to understand the different things that impact our lives, so that we do have a sustainable future. A sustainable future is important to not only Indigenous people, it's important to all of us. And so different little things that people come at us have to be, yes, considered, but they can't take us away from the issue. And the issue is sustainable development. Sustainable futures for our children. So what does that mean? What is the equation that gets us at that point? So that's the way I like to come at it, and I'll continue to do that. And I want to thank Leah for inviting me here. I always enjoy being at these kinds of forums. So miigwech.